Hey everybody, this is Daddy P Not 3D bringing you the Roundtable by Lzuruha. I'm here as always with Carnage64 and special guest X10 Power. How you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
I'm doing good as well.
That's good to hear. Well, we had another win. This was our special get to level 5 clan level war. So Carnage, why don't you take us right into the first attack?
All right. Well, what we'll do is I want to take a look at somebody who we don't have a video of him in the last war or the war previously because he didn't do a very good job on his hit, but we kind of sat down with him. He's been a friend and a fellow streamer for a while in the speedrun community, actually, Mega Man. And we kind of sat down with him and told him and showed him how to do the dragon hits a lot more effectively. So I want to go into his second hit, which was he's our 11 against their 11. It's a Town Hall 8 against a Town Hall 8 max air defense with a dragon attack. So it's very good practice, and we'll see how it went. And we kind of, explained to him what you needed to do. The plan of attack was to single out that one air defense right there with 2 lightning, 1 quake, and then to hit against the flow of the air sweeper, as you can see at the top there.
The rest is a standard dragon attack. I mean, he's got a rage potion and a healing potion and some wounds.
Yeah. You see,
So
what he also did, though, Dan, is something that you've also learned, is to start the funnel. He put the two dragons at the top and 1 dragon at the bottom, so that the ones in the middle just go and stay in the middle.
Right. And you drop the balloons once the air defenses are latched on, and they're just going to head straight for the air defenses, most likely, at least at this point. Well,
They're gonna get there, but it was still good. They kind of didn't go where he wanted them to initially, but they made a lot of room for the dragons to then get to the air defense anyway.
Are those max loons from the donation?
Yeah, from the donation, I believe those were 7 loons from Jarrett, and he has 5 loons himself. I think that's the max you can have at Town Hall 8, if I'm not mistaken. I think you get 6 at Town Hall 9.
Right.
And then 7, I believe, is even Town Hall 11, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think even you at Town Hall 10 can get level 7 balloons, can you?
No,
Yeah.
I can only get 6.
Okay. So
Yeah, I'm up to like 304 myself at 7.
Yeah. You'll want to be able to learn these attacks, Nick, because that's basically between Town Hall 7 and Town Hall 9. That's what you're going to be doing in the Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 7 bracket, is just dragon hits. And so you know it's a good hit when he's got 7 dragons left over.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's a good hit, and he was really, really happy and excited after that hit because he knew he didn't do a very good job on the last war there was. He asked to sit while he practiced. He actually did practice. He was linking us a lot of replays, and it really paid off for him.
So the next one is going to be Miss Fortier, our number 6, against their number 9, Spider Geo. Now, Karn, I have a question right away before we even start this one. I noticed a giant in her build.
I do notice a giant in her build. I'm curious to see how
I don't know what that's for.
Well, let's find out. So
you find out.
She does a very good job, so I'm very curious to see what it's for.
See, and what she's done, she has taken the idea. She's a Town Hall 9, a fresh Town Hall 9, but she's kind of taken the idea of cleaning up Town Hall 8s. And what you saw, she started, and this is what I wanted to go over with you too, Dan. There were 2 builder huts in the corners there. She started with 1 dragon on one on the other, so that those were immediately taken care of. Let's see. Okay, so the giant is up front. I see him. I don't know. Maybe he's. I don't think he. I think she wanted it to soak like the Archer Tower and other things like that.
Yeah,
but they decided to hit the dragon instead. But it's all good. But what she also decided to do on this base and cleaning up any kind of Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9. This is kind of just a fresh Town Hall 9 that still had a Town Hall 8 style defense with only 3 anti-air. So her strategy was to just knock out 2 anti-air right away with double lightning, double quake on both of them, and just go through the rest and power through it. which she did with ease.
Right.
But this was a very important hit too, because we had a couple of our higher up that are higher on the totem pole than she is in the war mess up on this base. So we really needed her to be able to come in here and just clean it up, and she did a very good job of it.
Agreed.
So let me just fast forward through the rest of it and see. Those last builder huts still got to go a little distance, so it is tough to deal with at sometimes. You got to plan for those little better
Corner huts.
hits. Yeah.
As I like to call them.
Yeah, corner huts, definitely. Okay, so now here's another really important hit. It was Sexual Penguins, our number 3, against their number 3. And Penguin really likes... We have quite a few differences of its styles in our clan. We've got a lot of people that like air, and we've got a couple that really enjoy ground hits. And Penguin really loves the hog hits. Let's jump into that. So he's got...
I love watching these.
Yeah. He's got 27 hogs, 9 wizards, and a golem, and I believe it's a donated golem. So he uses 1 hog to lure out the clan castle, and then uses... See, those builder huts, they're a good thing and a bad thing, because they allow for easy pulls like this. Whereas on your hit, Dan, that we'll go over in a little bit, it proved to be a problem for you.
Yes.
So see, also as you can see, the strategy is that he placed the golem down, and so the units were already fixated on the golem. And so then he dropped the wizards and stuff, so they got a couple free shots before they changed their targeting macro, basically. I don't know if macro is the right word, but they're changed their target, you know.
Let's just go with it.
Yeah. So now he does a lot of the hogs, and see, the biggest thing about hog hits is that you want healing potions, because they will soak up a lot of damage. You got to keep them up. So I can anticipate he'll heal up through those bomb explosions at the top there, which he did, and they're going to run into the center. Now, another weakness of hogs is skeleton minions, because they will attack the hogs, and the hogs won't fight back until all defensive structures are down.
Yeah, that's good to know for future reference.
Yeah, that's how balloons work as well. So if you have like the Archer Queen up wailing on your balloons, they're not going to do anything about it until every defensive structure is down. If they did otherwise, they would be way too overpowered.
Now, I know this is a bit off topic, but can we go into the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen and how they actually work, since they're both used here?
Well, the Barbarian King, he's a melee hitter just like a regular Barb. He's got a lot of hits, and when you use a special ability, he heals himself, goes enraged, and spawns some barbarians around him that all get benefit from the enrage. Archer Queen is very similar. She pops a cooldown, and she'll spawn some units, but instead of doing an enrage on everyone around her, she goes invisible, gives herself a personal buff while she's invisible, so anything that's targeting her targets anything else, and she'll do more damage. So it's a nice little way to get aggro off of her, heal her up, and keep her alive.
Very informative. I didn't know there was actually that much depth into these two characters.
Oh yes, definitely. They're some of, at the higher levels, they're definitely some of your most powerful units to utilize.
Yeah, you can see on Town Hall 10 and Town Hall 11 tax with max Archer Queens, you can get through almost half of a base with an Archer Queen.
Yeah. All right, Dan, I want you to kind of go through your hit with us on their number 5. I honestly, I looked at the base, I thought this would be an easy 3-star for you.
It should have been. I mean.
All right, so we started, so take me through it. What happened?
Well, you got your standard 4 anti-air base, so I'm going to destroy 2 of those right away with my lightning spells. And as we've seen before, going to attack from the bottom and kind of put 1 on each side to try to funnel through the middle there.
Yep.
Which you can see right away is fine. I dropped the Archer Queen in the corner there in anticipation of corner builder huts. And then the rest of it is just, my standard, rage, heal, loons, poison type thing that I'm going.
Now I do have one criticism that I don't understand.
The poison?
Yeah.
I always forget about it.
I guarantee you that all the hits that you've done lately would have been 3-starred had you dropped the poison on those clan castle units.
Right, I even upgraded it.
Yeah. I mean, they would have done nothing to your dragons, but in turn, I believe they killed one and weakened another pretty badly, because it was like 4 wizards and a baby dragon.
Yeah.
So you gotta do a better job with those poisons.
You can see the issue is everybody's kind of on the right a little bit.
Yeah.
So as they go to clean up, that time is just going to wear down, and they're going to go all the way to the left.
I also noticed that the position you dropped your Barb King, you could have dropped him right at that top builder hut, taken out the hut, and then he would have come down, not a problem.
Right.
I think that's the builder hut that stays up.
I'm pretty sure it is, looking the way that everybody's going. There's no way it's not that one. So we can fast forward if you want, because it's just a long time.
Doing 4 time. Yeah, I think that, again, what happened was, I believe the poisoned, or the clan castle units took out a couple of the dragons that would have gone differently there. Like, they wouldn't have gone to the top right like the other ones. They would have gone through.
They were about halfway there.
They were, if you would have dropped that Barb King, even with that, you would have gotten it. So I would say just for next time, I would make sure not to forget the poison.
Yes.
All right, and then we want to go into our defenses now. And the first defense we'll look at is Worky. And keep in mind, Worky got hit 4 times in this war and didn't get 3 stars. So let's take a look at their best attempt, which was their number 4, which is a ground Valk P.E.K.K.A. Wizard mass hit. So
Alright, let's go over that again. What was the hit again?
Worky's defense.
No, I meant like what he got hit against. Like what the enemy used.
Oh, they have Golem, P.E.K.K.A., Valkyrie, and Wizards.
I think there was a lot there.
No problem. And a lot of donated golems, it looks like, was the choice for this guy. So you can kind of see the base that Worky's going for is that this base is designed to give up 2 stars, but not give up 3. That's why the Town Hall is so close to the top there. So basically, if you think about it, the base design that he chose did exactly what he wanted it to do in this war. It did not give up a 3-star. And go ahead.
Sorry, I might have to. What level of base does he have here?
This is a Town Hall 9.
Alright, so I can't copy it exactly, but I'd probably use like the wall layout almost.
See, the thing is though, Nick, you have to realistically anticipate that anything that's Town Hall 8 or below is going to get 3-starred no matter what. If someone doesn't 3-star a Town Hall 8 base, that it's a failure on the attacking group.
Right, there's plenty of leftover attacks at the top that can take out anything below. They're always going to take the easy one over.
Yeah. So don't worry too much about making sure your base's defense is optimum until you really get to Town Hall 8 and Town Hall 9. Because some Town Hall 8s, if you can make it difficult for them that they have to use a higher ups hit, that's always good. But just always anticipate to be 3-starred. Alright, then those 2 P.E.K.K.A.s just do a little bit extra, and it's only a 78%, so that's good.
Not bad.
Alright, then the next defense I want to look into is just mine. I'm kind of just highlighting the defenses that didn't get 3-starred here, and this is their Town Hall 10 hitting me with a this was an odd hit, I would say. It's a mix of ground, loon, it's a lava loon wizard golem hit that kind of had Worky wondering what on earth he was doing. But let's see. I'm kind of curious.
Let's just bring one of everything.
Pretty much. And I mean, and it works for me with the more ground because my crossbows are set to ground. He has some jump potions that are very annoying. hate
Yeah, they
jokes.
last
They're-
for like 100 years.
Yeah, they're great for attackers. They're just awful for defenders. And those clan castle units I had just really did a lot of work. See, so what this guy's purpose of with the ground units was to make way for his balloon and lava loon hit. So as you can see, I'm only at like 28% or 30% damage, and then he unleashes the 3 lava loons, or the 3 lava hounds, and then 14 balloons, and they just kind of go ape in the center there.
What a weird attack.
Yeah.
Kinda just
almost
floats in.
worked, yeah. See, the only problem with his strategy was that he was attacking directly into my sweepers, which helped me
Yeah, I
in the
noticed.
long run be able to defend this and not be a 3-star.
Now, is there any way to anticipate which way the super is facing?
Yes. You can move the sweeper to it. When you click on it, when you're doing your base build, it'll have a cone of where its area of effect is,
Yeah.
and you can aim that wherever you want. Well, not wherever you want, but I think it's 4 different directions.
You get a 90-degree cone, basically, that you can face in any direction. Okay, so now I kind of want to highlight one more defense that it wasn't like a 2-star or a 1-star defense, but I want to point out that our number 1 was not attacked, which is kind of odd because they had a Town Hall 11 just like our Town Hall 11. So now he hit you and 3-starred you, Dan, and you're a Town Hall 10. He
Correct.
instead chose to hit our number 9 to finish off 1 extra star. So he kind of chickened out, I will say, and didn't bother to even go after our number 1. And I'm just going to kind of show the kind of hit I guess he's comfortable with, which is a Valkyrie Wizard hit, max Valks, max Wizards, with the Warden. And I actually think it came fairly close to being defended, if I
Well, if you
recall.
look at
the
his
scene.
lineup, I mean, yeah, he's got max Fox and max Wizards, but look at his heroes. My heroes are higher than that.
Yeah, the heroes are really not that good.
And
Let's
I'm
see.
about as rushed as you can be. I mean, it's
And it wasn't as close as I initially thought, but he had like 4 Wizards, a couple of Valks, a P.E.K.K.A., the Warden. Yeah, I mean, I can see why he didn't hit Jarrett's base, because I'm just going to briefly show on screen Jarrett's defense, like his base. It's just, I would never want to attack into this.
right.
I wouldn't even know where to start, or what to even do in the middle or the beginning. I got nothing. So that would be really difficult to see there. So anyway, last thing I want to go over was the deciding moment in the war, and that was our number 1 hitting their number 1 and 3-starring him. And there was no chance after that. So here's Jarrett hitting their number 1, which is also Town Hall 11, but to be fair, it is a little rushed Town Hall 11.
I mean, if you look at that base, that's like the level of my base.
Yeah. See,
Or less.
The base that Jarrett hit in the last war, which was 10 11, that he got a 78% 2-star, was much, much stronger than this one. Like,
Oh, yeah.
by a lot. And so, we kind of looked at this base and went, yeah, we think you can get easily 2, if not 3. So he's doing the new Witch Bowler build. So 10 Witches, 19 Bowlers, I think it was. He's got a level 40 Archer Queen, which is insane. And they just kind of wreak havoc in the center there.
And how high can these Archer Queens and Barbarian Kings get?
I believe the max level is 45 now.
Yes. 45 if you're a Town Hall 11.
Okay.
But 40 used to be the max.
Yeah, 40
until
used to be the
a
max.
couple months ago.
So, but you can see the idea of these witches, they spawn all these little minions that just go ham. And they soak up a lot of hits, like that crossbow. It's just hitting little skeleton minions. It's not even touching the bowlers, the witches themselves. They're having enough trouble with the skeleton minions.
Alright, then you just have max bowlers throwing rocks at you.
Yeah. And I will note that Jared is upgrading his witches now to be max level, and so that'll be up within, I think he said it was 14 days.
So they only go to 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
For now, until they do some kind of other release or patch. But you can just see how devastating that hit is
Just
when
brutal.
done right. All right, and really, that's how the war went, and we got to level 5 with that. And the biggest bonus with getting level 5 is that any unit donated into Clan Castle for war, what have you, gets an extra boost in its level. So people that request levels, like a balloon, for example, and I've got level 6, I can donate, and it'll become a level 7, which is max, without me leveling 2 Town Hall levels.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, so your dragons that you have, Dan, donated are max as well.
That will also be nice.
Now, what if you have a max unit and you donate that?
It doesn't
Then
go
it's
any
just a
higher
max.
than max, yeah. You don't get
Had to
any
try.
kind of- yeah, I asked that question too, don't worry.
You can't be greedy, guys. Come on.
Why not? So, I will say that this was very close to being a perfect war for us. We were your 99%, and then then Worky had a hit on 4. There were a lot of things we could have done. We could have rearranged the hits a little bit, and I made a few bad calls, and I hit a little too early. We had a couple people that were below me on the in the ranking in our group that had leftover hits before I hit that I should have let hit earlier. But overall, you can't really be too upset with how it went, and as much people as have progressed.
For sure. Well, Nick, you got anything to add before we cut this off?
Do you mind if we actually look at my attack?
Sure. We can take a look at your attack. Nick, which one do you want us to look at, bud?
My only one I did.
Okay, you only did one. Let's see. So you hit there, number 20. All right. What do you want to look at here?
Well, I thought it'd be fun to have this for the outro as we kind of close out. Just seeing a bunch of dragons rampage at base.
Oh, yeah. This is your first time using dragons, huh?
I thought it'd be something different, something low level. not like-
I will say, though.
Look at the dragons!
Oh, my God! They're dead. Oh, Jesus.
They're so cute!
Okay. No, but Dan,
see
did
those.
you notice how many of those dragons died because the wizard's AoE blow them up? There's like 3 or... Okay, so I will say, Nick, as a criticism, make sure if you do dragon hits and you lure out CC units, don't clump up your dragons.
Right, because if you get an AoE and you're going to lose them, just like the Valkyrie will kill everything. It's one of those types of fun.
Yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah, we remember.
All right,
I did
well,
this in the first video.
all right, well,
Hey.
while I do a 4 times speed through this, Dan, you want to get us out?
Yep. As always, on behalf of Carnage64 and X10 Power, I am Daddy Peanut 3D. It's been the Roundtable. We'll see you guys next time.
Later, guys.